digital transformation defined. So digital transformation is really a rethinking of how the company is made up of people, processes, and technology, and how that will change the performance of a business. And I want to put extra special emphasis on changing the performance of a business, because it's really all about the business is what it's really all about. And Larry and I have been involved in a lot of different businesses in the past, and we've seen digital transformation. And Larry, you've seen digital transformation. And what are your thoughts on it focused on the business, being focused on the business instead of technology?
Well, Mark, I think for me, walking into a maintenance hangar and seeing no paper in the whole hangar really struck me what digital transformation is all about. And to think that you could maintain an airplane with no paper and it be more safe and more efficient just was amazing to see. And just like, it kind of just struck me of what the power, the power of a digital transformation.
Yeah,
it is real in today's world.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. And so what we want to do is we want to focus today on rethinking how the company, which is made up of people, processes, and technology, will change the whole performance of a business, and how it is that performance actually of the business will affect the outcome and the success of that business. Hey, I want to start off by saying this is that, I know that in the past that, Larry and I have been involved with this for, it's 20, 30, 40 years. And over the past 20 years, I know that, you may have tried and failed in the past. And there were reasons for this. And, digital transformation had a lot of obstacles in the past. And so I just want to tell you that it's really not your fault, is that it's really only, in the last few years that all the factors have come together which make it possible for us to really have real true digital transformation. And there were immovable forces that were really fighting against you, and they were coming in from the outside. And those external forces, really were preventing you and many people from being able to move forward and really do digital transformation. And so even though you might have tried things and they may not have worked out exactly the way that you planned in the past, this really is a new opportunity and a time in history where it's possible for you to be able to do this, all right? And, some of you might be sitting there and you might be thinking to yourself, well, I don't know, I've tried it before and it may or may not be successful. And I just want to tell you, it's okay. It's okay to feel that way, all right? And sometimes, we feel like we've tried things and maybe it didn't work out exactly the way we wanted it, or the return on investment wasn't what we wanted. But, it's okay. It's okay to move forward.
And, Mark, I think you talked about it a little bit. We're at a time now where all these elements can come together to really create substantial efficiencies in the business. I can remember 10 years ago doing an online demo of a software product, and about halfway through the demonstration, the internet failed, and we were pretty much kicked out of the office at that point.
So that wasn't your fault?
That was not my fault.
It wasn't. The internet went down. So it was unreliable internet, unreliable technology.
Right.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
Then,
right.
It was unreliable technology,
Yeah.
and then there was a belief by the leader that, hey, this stuff is
It doesn't work.
It doesn't work.
It doesn't work.
But we've gotten past that. The internet works pretty much works well worldwide. Everyone has an iPad now, and so all these factors have come together so people understand a little bit better of the power and the value of a digital transformation.
Yeah, exactly. And the other thing I want to say is that, hey, listen, you've all had people that have been doubters and they said, you're not going to be successful, or maybe you had a coworker that didn't believe in what you're doing and they were an obstacle, or maybe you had a boss which didn't believe in what you were doing and they were an obstacle, or maybe the regulators didn't understand, or maybe you had investors in your company, or all these different things. And and that doesn't matter anymore, because right now we're in a time in history where it's possible really for you to do this. And I want to encourage you that you can be successful in doing this. And so we are going to talk about the success of a business and how to completely change and transform a business, how to rethink what you're doing, and to be successful by focusing on people, process, and technology, and create a performance of a business that's unlike anything that we've seen before.
Hey, Mark, before we get too far down the road, why don't you introduce yourself a little bit this time, and I will as well, just so people kind of know who we are.
Yeah, that would really be awesome. Let's do that. Okay. So my name is Mark Schultz, and there's a lot of people on this webinar right now, and you may or may not know me. I see some names I recognize, and I see names that I don't recognize. But I, like Larry, I have almost 40 years in the industry, and I'm going to get into a little bit more detail on that in the past. And I am absolutely passionate about digital and digital transformation, and I'm going to tell you why, kind of when we get to that. And my focus has been, how can I help people in aviation and digital transformation? That's really what I'm all about. So Larry, what's kind of your story? What's your background?
So, like you, Mark, I've been in the aerospace industry for a long time, 40 years in the aerospace industry. But I think the last 15 really been deeply engaged in helping airlines make that transformation, that digital transformation, from the paperless or archaic systems that they were in, to now being fully, digital transformed, I guess.
Digitally transformed. We call that digitalization now. So there's a new word, right? And it's digitalization. You can't even say that one. It's so
but anyway, for the past 15 years, I've been involved in this space, and it's been really exciting to watch the change that people have embraced.
Yeah, it's excellent.